Hi guys, happy day. This is Bharat Kumar from Shree Rajamathangi Academy. I hope that you would have done your auditing exams really well. So, most important crucial factor for the group 2 is EISSM exams. That is what we are going to do. I hope you should have definitely done my strategic management expected questions. If you have not got my expected questions, please get it and start studying. It is going to be very crucial for your exams. And more importantly, yesterday in the video, I told one-liner videos has to be completed. I would have done my 300 one-liners, which will easily cover some 400, 450 MCQ questions, which is going to be very crucial. If you wanted to get it, you can still get it and study for some 2.5 hours and complete the whole of the provision. So most importantly, that 30 marks is going to be the crucial factor. Many people miss out that they don't give importance to MCQ, but that is what we should concentrate on. I already told you should have done. Anyways, you can come back to my number also. I have given the mobile number here. But what are we here for? Just 10 minutes of your time I wanted you to spend on this so that I will tell you what questions can be crucial. As I've already told you, an extensive session. That's what we are going to do right now on the question and answers of EISSM. On the question and answers, I'm not talking about the MCQs because my one-liners is more than sufficient for your 30 marks. That's going to be enough. Yes. Now, what I have done is I have done a comparison of what is already asked in November 22 and what is going to be asked in May 23. It worked enormously well for law. It worked really well for auditing. I visualize that it will work for EISSM and economics as well. After you finish EISSM, economics will follow. Now let's concentrate on EISSM. Steps in IS model they have already asked. That means they are asking that from the chapter number 4. I am not concentrating exactly like that chapter to chapter, but I am telling you some questions. Risk in chapter number 1, risks are very important. In that technological risk, there is a real good chance that they can ask you for your question and answer in ES. There are various risks, business risk, technological risk, data related risk and all. In that technological risk is going to be more crucial. Please start studying that. Objective of IS auditing. Now, indirectly, if you see your third chapter, information systems, control and audit. That's your major category. I'll again repeat, information system, controls and audit. That's there in your chapter number 3 of EIS. In that audit, 2 questions, major questions they have already asked. See what I am coloring. I am coloring it in red. Objectives of IS auditing already they asked. So they are not going to ask again. And one more important question is need for control and audit of information system already asked. So only one question is pending in auditing, which is IS audit tools. IS audit tools that will be majorly asked in your MCQ. IS audit tools, we call it as ISCA, ISSCA, Integrated Test Facility, Snapshot, SCARF, Continuous and Intermittent Simulation, Audit Hoops. Very crucial question that may be asked for your MCQ also. But what I have done here, I have told blockchain technology, which is your recent amendment. In that they are going to ask you, or they will ask you, MAD. What is MAD? Meaning, advantage and disadvantage. In blockchain technology, they can either ask you advantages with the meaning or meaning and disadvantages. Next, benefits of BPA. 2 important advantages question they asked last time. Please see carefully what I am writing. Benefits of BPA, advantages question already asked, and benefits of ERP already asked. So these are the 2 advantages question they have asked. So not too many advantages can be expected this time, but what can be expected is this question. Steps in implementing BPA. There are 8 steps. I would have given it with the mnemonics. You can accordingly cover PUDE, ECDT. That's your mnemonics. And which should have BPA. That means what process at all should be automated. That is again an important question. Which process should have BPA? Concentrate on that question. In chapter number 2, finance and accounting, installed versus cloud application, they have already asked. So this time, one question from business process modules, definitely it is going to come. They have asked in RTP, sales and distribution. I usually say first 3 is very important. FICO and S&D. What is FICO? Financial accounting module, controlling module. So that 2 modules are there. important. The third is sales and distribution. Why I concentrated on S&D? Because it's again an RTP question. 4 types of master data they can ask you. 4 criteria of MIS they can ask you. Any one question out of this lot, it is going to be very important. Please concentrate on that. This is chapter number 2. So if you indirectly see, this is chapter number 4. I gave an alternate with chapter number 2. Objectives of IS auditing is chapter number 3. And I wanted to bring it in chapter number 4. Benefits of BPA is chapter number 1. I gave it only from chapter number 1. Installed application versus cloud is chapter number 2. BPM, master data and MIS is again chapter number 2. Advantages of cloud computing. One more advantages. Guys, I told you already 2 advantages. The third advantage also they have asked. Benefits and advantages are all same. So cloud computing they have asked you. So any question relating to the applications or negative question which is called constraints. It can be majorly grid computing. Majorly grid computing. They can ask you applications of artificial intelligence or blockchain or constraints of grid. Accordingly, they can ask you. So these questions from emerging technologies, I wanted you to concentrate more. Steps of fixed asset process. So indirectly, again, we were talking about on chapter number 4. I told it from chapter number 4 itself. Why I am saying chapter? So that you don't need to blink after watching the video which chapter it is coming from. I am already telling this. Steps in fixed asset process is chapter number 1. Fixed assets process, there are various processes like P2P, OTC, inventory, fixed assets, general ledger and all. In that fixed assets, they have already asked. So other steps, glance on whatever the other steps are, but terms. What is vulnerability? What is threat? What is risk? Attack, likelihood, countermeasure, and your countermeasure. Yes, risk. What is risk and what is asset? They can ask you. These are the 8 terms of risk and strategies. Risk management strategies. 4 T's. 4 T: tolerate, terminate, treat, and turn back. Or you can also try to bring your transfer or share the risk. 4 T's will be there. Please go and concentrate an amendment question. Previously, it was 5 T's. Now it is 4 T's. That question again from chapter number 1, I am correcting. Implementation of core banking system is chapter number 5. 5th chapter is core banking system. Majorly, they will ask you a IS security question, which is there in RTP. Go and check your current attempt RTP and types of servers. How many types of servers are there? 8 types of servers. I am rounding it off so that you should not think it is chapter number. And the chapter number is 5. 8 types of servers are there. One question is very, very crucial this time. Next, new methods. What is your electronic fund transfer? Digital payment, IMPS, RTGS already asked. This time they can ask you advantages or disadvantages. So that's meaning advantage and disadvantage. They can ask you in this particular EAS. Last time they have already asked control and audit. This time there is a more concentration that should be given on logical access controls. In the class or in the video, I would have given 6 questions, which is crucial for logical access. Beyond that, not even one question is going to be coming. So please go concentrate on your exposures, asynchronous attacks, OS implementation control, and similar questions. There are some 6 questions which I have told you. So please go and concentrate that. That is from chapter number 3. Benefits of ERP already asked. So this time they can ask you what is the difference between using an accounting and tax complaint software versus tax complaints. Unique question, but if they ask a question, you will be able to easily write and process in data analytics, because business intelligence and all already asked in previous attempts. Data analytics process, this time they have asked in RTP. So there is a good chance that they can ask you this also. How to protect e-commerce business. This time they can ask you risk in e-commerce or components of e-commerce. Risk components, they can easily ask you. This is what is there for your EAS. Now let's go to SM. So SM, we will start now. Analysis of SM questions. So first itself, I will tell you that they have already asked too many questions on Michael Porter strategies. Focused differentiation already asked. Cost leadership already asked. Totally, there are only 3. They have already asked 2 questions. So In chapter number 5, business level strategies, they have already asked one question fully. So one more question they can ask is Michael Porter strategy. Concentrate on the advantages and disadvantages of Michael Porter, and 5 competitive pressures. There is a good chance that they can come. Now, apart from that, let's go and see what are the questions important. Now, expansion strategy. That means what? In SIRC, is inherent expansion. You know what I'm talking about as SIRC. Stability, inherent expansion, retrenchment, combination. In that expansion strategy, they can ask you, which is connected with your Ansoff matrix. If you read Ansoff matrix and expansion strategy, you know that there is a beautiful connection I would have explained in the video classes. So concentrate on that. People who do not have attended, but still if you understand what I'm talking about, it is enough. Any portfolio analysis, that means they can ask you BCG, Ansoff, Arthur D. Little, and General Electric model. Any question, damn sure. Any question, damn sure, because they have not asked this question anything in the last attempt. They asked only models of portfolio, which is your SBU. Please understand what I am talking about. 3 models are there. In that one model, they have already asked as SBU. They have not asked any methods. So methods of portfolio analysis going to be very, very crucial. Limitations of EISSM already asked. Limitations of EISSM already asked. So they will concentrate on strategic decision-making dimensions. Very unique question. So please concentrate. Roles of a leader. Always when I say leader, roles is there, responsibility is there, styles is there. So there is a good chance that they can ask you styles here, and they can ask you issues in strategic implementation. There are 4 issues. They can ask you this question. Last time in RTDL, what is RTDL? Retrenchment, turnaround, divestment, and liquidation. In the divestment, they have already asked. So this time they can ask you turnaround strategy, a positive question, and their action plans they can ask you. Now, why it is only less questions? Because for 35 marks, if you know this level of questions, it is going to be more than sufficient. Don't forget to watch my one-liner videos, which is going to be very crucial for your examination. 15 marks is going to be there. Now, if you see this, against cost leadership, see what I have done. I have brought all the 6th chapter questions, because 5th chapter already so many questions they have asked us last time. 6th chapter they did not ask properly question. For that matter, not even one question properly they have asked in the question and answer. So they can ask you HR related question. They can ask you promotion in marketing mix. In marketing mix, 7 P's are there. In that one of them they will ask you promotion, or for finance strategy they will ask you how to evaluate the worth of business. From 6th chapter, too many questions they can ask this time. So concentrate more on the 6th chapter. TOS analysis they have already asked. So SWOT and all they will ask you only in the MCQs. What is strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. So this time industrial factors, industrial competition, key success factors they can ask you, or triggers of change they can ask you. Triggers of change is otherwise called most common driving forces. They have asked this in RTP. So you don't get surprised if you are getting this question in your question paper tomorrow. Elements of strategic intent, overall 5 elements they have asked. So this time specifically they will ask you what is there in vision, what is there in mission, what is there in objectives. In objectives, characteristics of objectives, there are some 10 points there. Please concentrate on that. Vision, mission, any one question they can ask you. Why mission? What are the tips to write mission? What is element of vision? What is the essentials of vision? So all this they will ask you. Chances of asking more. So concentrate. More importantly, I told characteristic objectives and why organization should have mission. Mission they will ask you. Strategy audit. Definitely they will not ask this question tomorrow for a simple reason. Strategy audit. 2 important questions, needs and activities, which is already been asked. They are not going to again ask you unless and until it's MCQ. So they majorly they will ask you what are either the steps of BPR. 5 steps are there, and what is benchmarking process, that can also be asked. Benchmarking also in previous attempts I think they have asked. BPR steps is very crucial this time, which you can take it from the last chapter. SBU organizational structure also you can take. 8 organizational structure is there. In that, hourglass structure can be crucial this time. So give more importance. I'm not saying leave others. For MCQ, you need to study, but for hourglass structure, tomorrow question answer, there is a real good chance that they can ask you. This is what is my analysis for EAS and SM. I hope the answer should be, like question paper should be really easy, that you guys are going to visualize what you wanted for bare minimum exemption, like what I said for auditing. Please do for EISSM also. If you need any other help on the expected questions, it is available for a cost. One-liner videos, it is available for a cost. You can spend time so that you can save 6 months of your time if you can get an exemption in EISSM. I wish all the very best for exams. Let me visualize all that, and let my prayers and silence be always be there for you. So whatever it is, you can come back to me. I can help you on the mobile number that is given. So thank you. Have a great day.